agreeing with and just saying, like that's my personality, and you just find a certain connection with certain comedians and even certain specials, because there's comedians that I don't like a lot of their early stand-up. They've evolved, they've changed around their, I mean, we're going to talk George Carlin for sure, where I necessarily like Grandpa Carlin versus a lot of the stuff from back in the 80s. It's a different style, it's a different tone, a totally different attitude. And it still is him, but I enjoy a certain special of his more than any other one that's out there. And you could talk about several comedians that way. And I think we're going to be able to fill up an easy hour and a half talking about our favorite comedians.
Really? I mean, do you think there's going to be a lot of crossover?
Not really.
Possibly. I mean, I think the bold-faced ones, and I'm not trying to say what they are, but I think we all know what I'm talking about. There are 3 or 4 that I think are on everyone's list. But I also think that maybe time has changed a couple of those for some people.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
I mean, yeah. All right.
By
so
you getting
then,
older, or by the by the general climate?
We'll say general climate and the actual comedian himself.
Ha!
all right. Look, we might as well get right into that then.
Okay.
Right. So this is something that I also toiled around with, because yes, it's hard to watch that special. And what we're talking about, people, is Bill Cosby himself. It's hard to watch that special and be able to differentiate between what you're just hearing in front of your face and seeing and the guy behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can, and you watch the special itself, or before we knew everything that transpired, Bill Cosby himself is one of the greatest stand-up specials ever.
Sit down specials.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, like, it gets real hard to accept something as great work when it's coming from a shit human being. Look at, I mean, I'm not the biggest Annie Hall fan, but there are some Woody Allen movies that I think are pretty good, and he's a total pile of shit. It's
for me, at least, the difference between Woody and Bill is that while a lot of his movies in today's world are obvious fucking red flags, and they're obviously semi-autobiographical or whatever, Bill Cosby himself is literally Bill Cosby. There's no separation. You can't. This is one of the first stand-up specials I probably ever saw. Remember, it came out in May, and then one of our other ones gonna be on the list came out that August.
Yep.
Bill Cosby himself, I've watched countless fucking times. It still holds up for the most part when you try to, not think about reality. It's universal material. It's not just you don't have to just like Bill Cosby back then. You don't have to be black in order to enjoy this. This brings everyone in because everyone can relate to it. But it's Bill Cosby. It's kind of rough.
It's got some nostalgia for me on that end. I mean, I remember going to Blockbuster specifically to rent the VHS to watch it, because I was like, I was told, if I'm going to watch a comedy special, check this one out and see what you think, and love the hell out of it. Again, it's like you said, it's not so much a performance, it's him. It's just, again, that's the stage play that he's putting on, then fine. But again, just the humor between dealing with his family and just everything that comes out, just sitting down and having a story told to you through his view, and what it was a great special. I enjoy the fuck out of it. I remember renting it multiple times from Blockbuster Video just to watch the damn thing.
It's a good one. It's one of the best. It is hands down one of the best. And Carla, I know you feel the same way about it, right?
I love it. I feel like it's probably one of the specials that brought me to comedy. And I remember watching it very young. I remember it being something that you could let your kids watch.
Yep.
You could just let it go. right? They're not going to hear anything crazy. They're not going to hear any, I mean,
He doesn't
they're not
curse
gonna
in it.
curse word. Yeah, he doesn't curse. Nothing overtly sexual. So it was something that you could, I mean, probably I would say one of the only family friendly comedy specials, really, like across the board family friendly. You don't get that very much.
That was actually good. You're right. Yes.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
you could
absolutely,
sit, that you could have
absolutely.
grandma watch it and the kids watch it and the parents watch it and nobody, has to leave the room at any point in time.
Yeah, I don't remember another. When was the next one that came along that was that family friendly and that good?
There hasn't.
The yellow one's the sun. I mean,
Maybe some Brian Regan.
You can make an argument for Nate Bargatze.
Sure,
Gaffigan.
sure.
Yeah, I could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Regan is still very,
Mm.
but
He jumped the shark
it's
with the
few and
show,
far
though.
between. It's few and far between is the point.
Mm.
And I hate to I'm definitely not praising the guy. He's a total fucking pile of shit. But man, that special is great.
That being said, I mean, when he goes on tour, I probably will go see him.
No.
That's hard.
want-
I understand. I
I
Keep
need
going,
to
keep
hear what
going.
he's going to say.
Yeah,
There's like a lot of-
I get
And you
that
will.
aspect.
You will.
It's untested
We live in an
material.
age where you will.
Uh,
I mean,
I need to know how you come back from that.
you don't.
well, are you sure about
He's
that?
going
He
to.
is. I mean,
But he is.
docu-series, tour, it's going to happen. He's coming back from it. But
I mean, I low-key hope that he has Hannibal Buress open for him, but I don't think
That would be holy shit.
I just don't see it happening, but a girl can dream.
I think I'll speak for Black people tonight. I don't know how.
Why would you do that to Jim?
Well, let me explain this. I don't know how everyone can feel comfortable, because especially because of who he's been for the past 40 years, and you talk about who he's been for the past 2 decades, where he went from being America's dad, which was honestly really Black America's dad, to all of a sudden being the guys like, pull your pants up, this is an embarrassment, you guys aren't getting ahead of anywhere. To watch that guy morph into the world's funniest serial rapist, excuse me.
Rapist.
Wow.
It's a betrayal. It's an absolute betrayal, and it's kind of difficult. Even like the last time I watched Bill Cosby himself was after the allegations came out.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things. Like I watched Benoit's DVD after the murders. Watching it's
Same effect.
Yeah, basically, honestly, it is because it's hysterical. But then you're like,
It's the same reason that people listen to fucking music the day that an artist dies.
it's a little different because in that you're mourning the loss of somebody you don't know, but who's giving you so much entertainment. In this, you're mourning the loss of an idea. It's a different feeling.
When the first time I heard the allegations against Bill Cosby, I very much took the Felicia Rashad position where I was like, these people are disgusting. He's a stand-up man, and I'm not sure what's wrong with these stupid bitches. And then, 35, 40
After the
later,
30th, you kind of go, uh-oh.
It doesn't look so good.
Yeah, after the 30th. I'll give you 1 through 29. 30, I gotta start being like, hey, dude,
These are not good.
I don't want to cast aspersions or anything, but I mean, is it
Not
possible?
looking good.
Well, I think the thing that really kills me about all of that is, especially you mentioned Felicia Rashad. She came out celebrating his release.
Yeah.
It was like, they didn't find him innocent. It was a technicality, once again, I'll say that was the right decision. Unfortunately, that was the correct decision. But
let's be honest. Yes, he was America's or Black America's dad.
I actually disagree with that.
I disagree with it too.
Dad.
He
was America's dad.
No, he was America's dad. But let me explain something. Black people loved him on a level that you guys just did, because he opened the doors for everybody. Acceptance.
There was
without Bill Cosby.
He wasn't working
Michael at the
sanitation.
time?
He was a doctor. Wasn't he?
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
The Huxtable, that's
I
what I'm saying. It's like again,
Yep.
his image, compared to to shows in the past, was portrayed in a level that was never seen before.
Never seen. Correct. It
He
led
was
to
an OB,
acceptance.
yeah?
It's meant to be
Yes,
fantastic.
correct. Yeah, he was, and that's yeah. Of all things, really.
that goddamn episode where
I know, right?
the
It's,
men were giving birth to fucking sailboats and whatever else.
Well, the fucking barbecue sauce.
Well, of course. Yeah,
I mean,
it
shit.
It's all
is.
problematic. The lying about the barbecue sauce becomes like a lot of things in the
The Spanish
things in
fly
the-
bit.
Him admitting it in court. I mean,
I mean-
it's difficult. It's difficult to.
Why do you got to get into the
Think about
minutia of things, Kev?
Oh, my bad. But yeah, I think we all agree this is. It might be one of the best fucking stand-up specials of all time.
Yeah.
And when I say, I'm not saying top 10, I'm saying maybe top 3, if not debatable. But can you still feel the same way about it?
No.
And I don't think so.
No, it takes a little something off for me. I can look at it and respect the craft still,
Yes.
but it the shine is way off because of all the shit. Because you're not
Can
going to
you
be able
rewatch
to
the
turn
Cosby Show? Can anybody rewatch? I do.
I haven't.
it.
Watched,
I have tried.
I haven't watched it.
I have tried. Yeah, when he's on, it takes me out of it. It just does. I mean, like Jim said, once you get to 30,
It's a pretty
And
big
then double.
milestone.
rough. So Cosby himself, check it out.
If you haven't heard anything about Cosby, I mean,
You'll love
Awesome
it.
If you haven't been paying attention for like the past 6 or 7 years, you'll love it.
Yeah.
moving on to another one, it's almost like addressing the elephant in the room, but it's fucking amazing how like Watch Mojo top 10 videos are just, they get really fucking cringy with a lot of their choices, but they are a broken record when they start talking about Louis C.K. When every single time they bring up Louis C.K. in any of their videos on top 10s or whatever, comedy specials, comedians, blah, blah, whatever it comes down to, every single time they now preface it with, we have to let's address the elephant in the room with, and every single time it's just they talk about his sexual allegations and like his misconducts and stuff like that, and that it leaves a sour taste in our mouth. It was literally scripted across several videos to be said the exact same way on him. And it is now this giant rubber stamp on the front of anything you listen to or watch with Louis C.K. in the future.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sucks.
we can litigate all that. I'd rather not,
Yeah.
because I think we've done it before. But at the same time, like, I will say this. Me and Kev just recently saw Louis,
Second time for me, yep.
and he still had, was that me? Sorry. He still got it. Like, he's still brilliant in a lot of ways. There's still stuff there. So,
In every way, brilliant.
yeah. What was the what was the one that he released in 2019? Because I think that's my favorite.
The
Is that the Netflix one? Or was that his self-release?
I
I really wish I didn't say that.
self-release.
I really wish I didn't say that.
You suck. Yeah, no, looking back, because there was one in 2017, wasn't it called 2017?
2017, yes.
Yeah.
The two prior to that I can recall are Shameless and Hilarious. And
Shameless probably for
Very
me.
good.
For me, it's hilarious. I love a lot of the stories that he
Shameless
comes
is
across.
great.
He talks a lot about his kids in their younger years and the stuff that he experiences with them. And I remember that for me in particular, hilarious. A lot of the bits out of that I find extremely funny. But the one that he released in 2019 was after. Completely
It'd
all
been
that
after,
shit was
yes.
coming out.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
how does that hit with you knowing that came out? And doesn't he like straight up address it right away? In the
No,
beginning of that? No?
no, not well.
Or
He
did he
says
do
something like I had a bad year. Like, he'll talk about that, but
Okay.
I think as Tim says, I don't want to put him in that same category as other people.
No, definitely
Right.
not.
I think
Not even close.
his issue wasn't the act that he did; it was how he handled it afterwards.
Mhm.
Sure.
And that's some serious shit that he did, by the way. It's like let's not gloss over that. He fucked up. His manager fucked up, and
Well, whatever the case may be. Again, I don't want to
Right.
litigate it.
I
Right.
understand. But if we're going to talk about Cosby, we got to be honest about Louis too.
Yeah. Okay.
I take issue with the accusations against Louis, and I don't think he can answer for what his manager did.
I don't think that's on Dave. That's on Dave.
I don't think you can lay that at his feet because
I can lay at his feet that.
Vested interest in this not coming
Right.
out as well.
But
So
I think with Louis, he said for many years that these were lies. It's on record. He said it on more than one occasion. He said, I don't want to talk about it. It's just bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Then he has that non-apology apologies, like I need to go away for a little bit, which was the right move.
Right. Just
When he-
Tim, I see the frustration on your face, and I think I see why. Because again, just what we're doing right now is overshadowing the entire point of what the show was supposed to be about.
Well,
Talking about our
but it's-
favorite specials. I know, and
I
again,
think it is what it is.
I know.
You can't talk about the special without talking about the comedian. And unfortunately, while I still like Tim said, I've seen him twice after the allegations.
Mm.
So I'm not like, he can never come back, whatever. Maybe sincere apology, and then we can actually move on from it. That would be kind of nice.
Well,
And
yeah.
what is he apologizing for? This is what I don't understand. Because like I heard, like I can't speak. I don't remember him denying this stuff,
He did.
but
No,
I've known about this since I don't know, maybe
Wow.
2004.
It was
Maybe-
about that when the rumors started.
whatever. Whenever I heard about it, it was after an Aspen Comedy Festival, and that comedy festival is long defunct. So that's how far back I heard of this, and it was a different atmosphere at the time. It was like titillating gossip. Like, can you imagine?
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here's and I believe Victor. I just want to understand this. This is my only point. If I can't ask you to do the weird thing that I like, then how am I going to obtain consent? Dude, like, I can't just do it. I can ask you, hey, can I do this? And then if you're not feeling that, then you could go. And that's fine, right? And I have to accept that. But the allegation is not that he chased people down the hall. It's that he
Which
There's one that he
Fucking
blocked.
hilarious.
There is one that he did block somebody in a room when he did that. And there's also the idea that he had a position of power over those people, which he himself has admitted. I don't think he's wrong for that because once again, back then, no one's fucking thinking that kind of shit. And I do think he got a royal deal for that. My issue with him completely is just how he handled it after the fact. I think we all can admit he could have done that better.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that was more was less like, I think I did something wrong. And this is just my opinion. I think I did something wrong, and more like, I don't really want everybody to find out what I'm
Of
into.
course.
You know, it's like, oh, well, is it true that you wanted to, whatever? And then he's like, no, that would be weird. That would be a strange thing to be into. That would be so weird. No.
Let's discuss this over by this bush.
Was that more of a Weinstein thing?
No, those are massages.
He jacked off on a potted plant or some shit like that, but yeah, guys do it. I don't.
Who hasn't though? Who hasn't?
No.
Thing. Don't knock until you try it.
Well, I guess not. You know what I'm into.
So hilarious for me is a great special.
God damn it. Carla, yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some out there
Terrific.
you guys are definitely not going to be on board with, or at least you haven't thought of. One of my top fives is always White Precious. Which, if I had to guess, I would say none of you guys have seen.
We talked about
We
this.
talked about it. Yeah.
I love White Precious.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kurt is a genius joke writer to me. Just like nobody writes like he does. Nobody thinks the way he does, and that's probably a good thing. It's one of my absolute favorites, and I feel like there's not like nobody talks the way he does.
Mhm.
No one looks the way he does. No one was raised the way he was. It's just like the perfect storm to make this special, which is hilarious. Which I when I've told people jokes from that special, I never do it justice, but it's so brilliantly written, and I think really underrated. I don't think enough people talk about it. And that's all right. Do you want me to keep going? Do you guys want to throw another one?
I was saying
that you
this
guys are
is
going to be on board with the other one, and this is it's Jay Okerson live at Webster Hall. Who's seen it?
It's good.
It's good. I think it's great.
Good.
I think literally no one does crowd work like Jay.
No, I agree with you there. He is the great. First of all, I think Jay is one of the fastest, sharpest fucking people, and that's why he's great at crowd work. And he's amazing, and he gets everybody comfortable, and he just knows how to like weave everything. So I have seen the Webster Hall special. It's very, very good.
And I think Jay also has. I think nobody does crowd work like he does, and I think nobody is as charming, saying horrifically filthy things, and then people are still sitting there going, "Oh, he's so cute."
Well, I mean, Jesselnick, but yeah, I'll feel you on that.
Well, but like he's not as charming, and he's much darker than Jay.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
dark as
Dirty.
fuck.
But Jay's not dark. He's dirty, but he's
Right.
dirty, and he's still keep everyone's mom entertained. If they get there, like they're gonna do a little pearl clutching, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's not that bad," when he talks about coming on her face. Oh.
He's such a sweet boy.
Jesus.
He's a good boy.
Talking about his daughter's butt.
So, I'll have to check that out. I have not seen
No,
that
it's
special.
it really it's legitimately a very good. You
Webster
definitely should
Hall.
check it out. Yeah, and you're right. It's he's fucking super quick, and the crowd work is I don't think anybody is better than him. Who would you think the next best crowd worker is?
Probably David Tell.
Oh yeah.
Did
And then
Fitzsimmons
that is
do a
another special
crowd
thanks
work
for the
special?
memories.
what was that?
Who?
Did Fitzsimmons do a crowd work special? Who did the crowad work?
I
No, but
want to
Jay-
say he did because I do
Jay did
remember
a
that
special,
some
but Jay did.
reason.
I
He
know.
may have. Jay did one.
No, I know, but there was there was a legitimate special called Crowd Work, and I don't remember.
Was that Netflix?
I want to say Showtime or HBO. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I don't think anybody comes close to Jay. So, Kev, what was yours?
Oh, we already did the biggest ones. Well, we're gonna say one friend. Whoopi Goldberg,
Oh,
direct from
please do.
Broadway. I will say
This
this
is-
before I get into it. I haven't seen the motherfucker in years because it's not available anywhere. You had to buy the anniversary special, get the 2-disc set, whatever. I try looking for videos all the time. I every so often a line will pop in my head. I was blown. This came out with 85, right before
Yeah.
Color Purple Me, like 6 months before it came out.
Oh.
And I was blown the fuck away watching because it's comedy plus on stage. It's an act that she's doing where she's performing, she's telling jokes. It's
Hold on a second. You said 85?
85, yeah.
Am I remembering the same Whoopi
You might
Goldberg?
be remembering the anniversary special.
Then maybe that's what it was, because it
You watched
was
Jumping
it
Jack
continued,
Flash,
yeah.
Jim.
Fuck, that's right. Thank you. Thank you.
Or
I get,
Eddie,
I
either
get
one.
everybody confused. I'm sorry. No, but
I mean, she was in Jumping Jack Flash.
no, but no, but maybe that's what. Shut up, Kev. Maybe that's what I remember. It's like 3 separate performances, correct?
I believe there should be 4. It was
Is there
Fontaine, the handicapped woman, the little girl, and the Valley Girl.
I don't remember Valley Girl. I think, yeah, whatever I saw, I
I
only
think that was in
remember
the
three.
original.
I only
Yeah.
remember three from what I saw. When you said 85, instantly turned off. I was like, wait a minute, what do you? This isn't the thing that I thought you were talking about. But no, you're 100% talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same special. I agree. Amazing performances for three individual characters, stories, and it's phenomenal. She puts on a clinic. It's really fucking good.
Was that
Absolutely.
HBO?
That was
Yes.
HBO, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I would
That's
love
when-
to fucking see it again, HBO Max.
Yeah, honest to God.
I know rights are, I get it, I understand that, but can we fucking work shit out? I really want to see the old shit, and I'm really fucking pissed because this is one of the greatest fucking things I've seen in my life.
Yeah,
And I'm
we
going
need-
work
by
together,
30-year
these guys.
memory.
We
Yeah.
need that, and we need all the America undercovers.
Hey, fucking man.
Get on it. What are you waiting for? I thought we were conglomerating everything. Buy whatever you got to buy.
I'll take first and 10 too. But yes, Whoopi though, that fucking loved her.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking loved her. And I'm kind of pissed that we kind of forget that she was a damn comedian.
Yeah, I mean,
She's
and then
the
I started
view
thinking
now.
about the Ted Danson thing, and
I've been there where my white friend did something fucked up. I'd be like, ha, that's funny. You motherfucker. I've been there a lot, but yeah, it's like I said, it sucks that I feel like she's been erased from history, and like we don't remember comic relief. Like, what the fuck?
yeah,
But
wow.
yeah, it is what it is.
Well,
Everything is everything.
around that same time, I think maybe a year or two later, fucking Richard Jenny dropped Platypus Man. It was
Yep.
an HBO special. And I don't think Richard Jenny gets talked about nearly enough
Nope.
at just how great he was on stage, his energy. He just seemed like a guy just lamenting in his own non-aggressive but aggressive way. And man, it's dark at times, and you could see why, unfortunately, he ultimately ended up committing suicide. Tragically, terrible. But man, it got me through. I remember going down to my grandfather's funeral in Florida as a kid, and that was on HBO in the hotel room, and I watched it probably about 4 times. It's one of those influential things on me as far as comedy goes. I just think he had it was like effortless for him, and he felt so comfortable and yet not comfortable. It was weird. I don't know. Did anybody else fucking watch or like that special, or Richard Jenny in general?
Richard Jenny in general, I think for anyone who hasn't experienced him, go to YouTube, Jaws of Revenge.
Yeah.
That is probably one of my fucking all-time favorite bits. I will watch it every so long. We have a bizarre love for the movie.
Yeah.
It's incredible because he's really just describing the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But yeah, he was there where HBO had a great comedy special. It felt like, if not every month, every other month.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think we kind of grew up with that. I mean, Robert Klein, all these names that.
Robert Klein. Carlin had a couple back then.
Well, I mean, like Carlin's more, I guess, revered, but like for our age, there were a lot of guys that and even women, thankfully for HBO, put women on the screen. We grew up at a strange time where we were kids watching adults talk about adult shit. And it's wild that we were able to experience the 80s like that.
Yeah. And now kids are watching each other get shot on live stream.
They are?
Yeah, I watched that too.
Yeah.
Where? What?
It was IG.
It was Instagram.
Who got shot? What'd I miss?
Indian, what was his name?
I forget.
I don't know.
It was a rap thing.
Rest in peace.
Fucking
It
wild.
was kids.
It was
Kids
a
acting
rap
like
thing?
idiots.
It was those rap guys.
It was a rap thing. Oh, jeez.
You know those rap
Well, listen, I say it like that because honestly, I don't think that most of these kids. But then again, that just makes me the old guy, right?
Oh well, we all are now.
Yeah, so that makes me the old guy, like shaking.
These
Oh,
kids-
this isn't the good mute. Like, who am I? If they like it, they like it. But it's not for me, and I don't see how it's remotely close to what we. I mean, lyricism and shit that we were listening to.
Oh, don't even get into that one.
Yeah. Either way, Richard Jenny, check him out.
That's a good pick.
And check out the kids in those rap guys.
You could talk about trying to go with lyricist. Who's the comedian who was talking about how he can't defend rap these days? Chris Rock.
Chris Rock did too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Till the sweat drip from my balls. Skeet, skeet, skeet.
Wow.
Oh shit!
And they'll be on the club going at it to the sweat, to the sweat,
to the sweat. Holy fucking shit!
My balls, skeet, skeet, to the sweat, skeet, skeet.
Clearly, we've been drinking tonight.
And every night.
That's fair.
Yay.
Yeah. I don't know how to recover. I don't know how to recover from Jim. That's almost like when I walked out of the bathroom and I heard him recite fucking 1 week, the rap part of
Oh,
1 week.
Jesus Christ.
The whole damn thing.
And he kept up with it. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, spam.
I want to also talk about, since we're talking about influential comics, and I know I want to talk about how I used to, on every road trip, listen to Skanks for the Memories. Dave Attell's Skanks for the Memories. And I think, and I have had this conversation with Carla before, but I think that Attell is the best stand-up comedian I've ever seen. And I say stand-up comedian.
I know what you're saying.
All right. Because all around, when he's on stage, he's the fucking funniest. Like, doesn't matter where he is, but he said some of the greatest fucking lines I've ever heard in my life. I'll never forget. I mean, I own Insomniac on DVD. I would never forget, he was in a bar one time and he turns around and he goes, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" And she just looks him up and down and turns. She starts to turn away and she goes, "Sunny." And he goes, "Sunny? Well, like partly cloudy with 100% chance to get the fuck out of here." And I was like, this is the greatest fucking person I've ever, and I'd seen him before, like it's, in clubs, but like Skanks for the Memories came out and I was just like, he's a fucking master. And think about how long ago that was. And he's only gotten better. He's just consistently amazing. I mean, we were just saying he's great off the cuff. So Skanks for the Memories, if you haven't listened to that, I mean, there's so many good bits on there. He talks about his midget friend. Or we're not allowed to say that anymore. Is it a little person?
Little person.
Sorry.
And amigo.
Yeah, I mean, he's just brutally funny. He's brilliant. Jim, what were some of the other ones that you had on your list?
I mean, it's, again, something I could remember waiting for and wanting to get. Again, HBO tossing out a ton of different comedy specials. They hadn't done it in a while. And then all of a sudden we finally got Robin Williams. Performance-wise, you got him going on all 8 cylinders for, I mean, I think it was an hour and a half.
Cocaine.
I mean, fine. But
No, that's absolutely.
You know, but when you get just, and by the end of the entire show, you literally can tell the time that it is in the show by how drenched he gets from the top down throughout that entire special. So you watch him go absolutely insane for over an hour, and
Cocaine.
You get the best of what Robin Williams was able to do with stand up.
cocaine and the fact that his mind was like the tape recorder that Rerun brought to the Doobie Brothers concert. It just recorded everything that it heard.
Yeah, and then
You
spat
call
it
it a
out at,
sponge.
and then drenched it out at 1.5 times speed. It just the guy was a mental case, and he was a genius.
He's a genius, and you know, there's always that fine line.
I mean,
Right.
aren't all of them?
Yes.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. But you know, he.
But again, when you can keep up that manic pace and still hit all the topics. I mean, he gets political, he gets sexual, he gets real fucking funny across the board. And it just is an amazing thing to see somebody put that much into a show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not a rock star, but I mean, the guy put everything he could in an
Going back to the comic relief stuff, my favorite part is when Billy and Whoopi just stood to the side and just let him fucking run wild. I think we obviously, because of what's happened, I think we look back at him a little bit differently. It's a sad thing sometimes when you think about Robin Williams, but when you think about all the fucking times he's had you on the floor dying laughing, that's his legacy. And I really I know he does get the credit that he deserves, but sometimes I don't think he gets enough.
Fair. Yeah. For me, again, that was my first comedy special with him at all, to even think of him as doing stand-up. Because for me, it was movies for Robin Williams across the board. And, you know, fine, he's put out a ton. But to be able to sit there and go, wait, he's doing a full comedy special? I can't fucking wait to see it. I'm in. Let's go.
Were you like 6 when the first night at the museum came out?
Oh, fuck you.
I remember Hook. Leave me alone.
I remember Hook.
Dustin Hoffman. That little shit
I mean,
about Bob.
Yeah, right. You're 100% right though. The manic pace that I mean, you just couldn't help but be fixated on him.
Yeah.
And I don't
Blink
think
and you miss it.
Right. Oh.
So,
Wow.
R.I.P.
Yeah, there's been a lot of depression.
Well, that's
Nobody
comedy.
talked about Richard Jenny blowing his brains out. Wow.
Yeah, we did. I said he committed. Yeah, well, yeah. Poor Richard Jenny. And the last bit.
What's wrong with us? What happens to us?
That's a great question, Carla.
The last bit on Platypus Man, where he talks about like, you know, going through a breakup while listening to the radio, and it's all love songs. There's a lot of suicide talk in there. Like, it's like, wow.
Is that readily available? I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I also think that I mean, I know we're gonna end up talking about Eddie.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I just want to give credit to Dice. Okay. Because the day the laughter died is one of my favorite things I've ever listened to. The awkwardness of, and you know the story behind the day the laughter died. Everybody knows that, right?
But tell, because I'm sure somebody out there doesn't.
So Rick Rubin produced the day the laughter died, and they picked Dangerfields to record it in, and an audience that didn't know that they were there for Dice. It wasn't Dice's audience, and the whole gag was he was going to go out there and just riff, but he was going to deliver everything so monotone and awfully that the entire crowd was going to be turned off. Nobody was going to laugh. People left. They were cursing him out as they were leaving. All of this was recorded. It's a double fucking album. Okay. And it is, I love Uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It's amazing. And I think it's brilliant, and kudos to Rick Rubin, and kudos to Dice, you know, for fucking for having the balls to fucking, you know, be able to just laugh and make fun of himself, and you know, it just really, really was great. So, yeah,
definitely not your typical special.
No.
No.
Carla, what else you got there? Aside from shitty internet service.
I mean, I have really bad. I can barely hear you.
No, it's a fucking hamster on a wheel.
I mean, my number one, like where we, I only wrote down 5, but
Swing
I think
for
we
the fences.
should.
What do you got?
I think we should mention Lisa Lampanelli. I don't think anybody really gives her enough credit. She's inappropriate. She's not. When she filmed her specials, is it called Queen of Mean? It's not called Queen of Mean. Long Live Queen. It's called Long Live Queen.
Right.
She didn't look the way people who are on TV are supposed to look. She doesn't look like that now. She looks totally different. And she's just so good that she was undeniable. She's saying all the wrong shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know what you guys were.
Well, you're a little chopped out there.
You're on Chris's
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
You're on Chris's Wi-Fi. Good God. What's going on over there?
I don't know. It doesn't even say my internet connection's unstable.
Oh, God damn it.
It doesn't say anything.
I do agree with you that Lisa Lampanelli doesn't get...
Check to see if the bull and mastic is wrapped up in your fucking power lines or something.
Can't believe that fucking happened.
I can believe it happened. I can't believe that they haven't caught the thing yet.
At least 8 different pictures on fucking Facebook haven't got it. Yeah, sure.
Did you see the lady running across the street with her rifle to go try and find this fucking thing? It was part of all the News 12 clips. There's people out there with flashlights. There's another one. And then there's a lady just running across suburban Mastic with a freaking rifle. What the fuck is going on out there?
It's the fucking town from Silver Bullet all of a sudden. They're just going to go out.
Fucking Suffolk.
Where did they lose it? I feel like
I haven't even heard that part of it yet.
We don't know.
About 5 years ago completely, and before that, it's been a slow decline since, I don't know, forever.
Check out the real.
But
when did they lose it?
No, see, how did they lose it? How did
the bull you're talking about, fair.
In a town.
Got loose. Somebody
but they see it, but you can see it. It's a massive animal. How are they not seeing it?
You have a point.
How do you lose a 2,000 pound ball?
Honestly,
how do you lose that? I don't understand. It's not a Chihuahua.
Look, when a town,
I love the picture, by the way, right
loses
now.
its sense of community.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They just, they don't band together to try and make things right. If this was the Truman Show, the whole town would be out there looking for Truman. But nobody gives a fuck about Truman these days. They don't. So the Mastic Bull is still loose.
He's the Santa Mauritius bull now, right?
Could be.
He's made it all the way over there.
Could be the Shinnecock cow. We don't know.
He's at the seacoast.
I call him Bully Joel.
I love it.
Wow.
Cheers.
Bully Joel. I am fucking really happy with that.
Oh my God.
So Lisa Lampanelli.
Perfect.
Lisa Lampanelli, bull, whatever. Lisa Lampanelli doesn't get enough credit. Ali Wong and anybody else who does a special pregnant, Ophira Eisenberg, that's a lot. I've been pregnant. It's hard. I don't want to stand for an hour with a child sitting on my bladder. The fact that they could pull it off at all and do it extremely well.
Yep.
You don't think it was edited?
Doesn't matter.
Have you ever been pregnant? I don't give a
No, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express and had the breakfast next morning. So Can I talk about? Well, I mean, all right, we are eventually going to get there. Jim, did you have any other?
We never got into Chris Rock after Jim mentioned him.
Right.
Yeah, and again, it was just a mention to it because again, go right ahead. Which one?
I think you have to start. I mean, bring the pain. You got to.
Yeah.
Pain.
The conversation has to begin there.
Completely.
Bigger, blacker, uncut. Like it's. Keep going. What?
I mean, you know,
up till Kill the Messenger was not
No.
one of the finer moments.
No,
but
yeah, what was the one where he did? What was the one that was across 3 different?
that was Kill the Messenger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Because again, that for some reason lackluster, and it wasn't even the cuts. It was just I don't know. The material didn't hit the way that it used to.
I mean,
At least for me, I remember it feeling it was less.
Bring the
Mhm.
Pain. Even the album
Yes.
had shit on it. I mean, fucking, I will never not laugh at Terry Armstrong gonna do what Terry Armstrong gonna do. Ain't nobody gonna tell Terry Armstrong what Terry Armstrong needs to know. I mean, No Sex in
Now
the
say
Champagne
it 5 different ways.
was right. You know,
Fucking classic.
we used to listen to that endlessly when I worked on the ferries. We would listen to it in the wheelhouse
That's fucking
endlessly.
perfect.
Oh, so goddamn great. It's so good. And at a time where, like, you know, he had done so many other things, but was not I mean, that catapulted him,
Oh, completely.
you know, and it was brilliant.
I think if
Carla?
you saw his original HBO half hour, and then you watch the struggle, quite honestly, through Saturday Night Live,
Yeah.
seeing that was game changing. I think there's only been one bigger in that kind of aspect.
I just remember in Living Color, he used to make fun of him.
And then he ended up on the fucking Living Color.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Fucking Wayne's this. Oh, Don't Be a Menace is still going to be one of the greatest movies. Give a shit what anybody says.
Message.
I don't know why I'm going to bring it up, but like I remember one of the, you know, in my teen years, that one of the big movies was fucking You So Crazy.
Mm.
You So Crazy was like a summer event. And it's Martin Lawrence's You So Crazy, if you don't. If you know.
For clarifying. I didn't know if it was, you know, another You So Crazy.
Not everybody's you, Carla. I did like You So Crazy. I just remember, like, you know, it was, I don't think I'd watched anything because I, you know, obviously I didn't see Delirious or anything in the theaters. So I think You So Crazy was like the first like stand-up special I actually watched in a theater.
Like, yeah.
Mm.
So I think that's
sounds
why,
right, yeah.
that's why for me it still kind of sticks in my mind. I don't think it's the greatest, but it is funny. I did laugh a lot.
I think with Martin, it was more because of Def Comedy Jam.
Sure.
Because I did love the TV show, but
TV was great.
I mean, I know it's rerun all the time. I'll watch every so I'm like, okay, it doesn't hold up. Def Comedy Jam was revolutionary. You So Crazy was a great fucking special. And then Run Tell That wasn't. He's somebody that I wish at some point down the road, like not down the road from now or just down the road from back then, he had gotten that opportunity to get back on stage and do something. I know he has let's say Chitlin Circuit type shows, which yeah, good for him, happy, but it's kind of disappointing that outside of Bad Boys, he really hasn't been relevant for quite some time. And that's
Wasn't he having some like mental health issues?
he did it like much like everyone, yeah. That I think they called it dehydration at the time, but we know better now. Just end up in the traffic waving a gun. You know, DMX disease. But but it's disappointing because he was legitimately funny, and if you had HBO late 90s, he was a hero.
Yeah. I mean, You So Crazy was the first one though for me
Hmm.
that I saw in a movie theater. So, are we? I know I'm trying to hold off as much as possible because I know we're gonna get into we're gonna get into Delirious and Raw. Was there anything else that anybody had?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't mention Dave Chappelle coming softly, correct?
No.
No, no. I thought that was
That's
going to be one of the ones we were going to get to as well.
Fair enough. We can hold off on that.
Avoiding that, I thought we weren't doing that. I thought we weren't doing like the big ones that we've already discussed.
Well,
Like I thought we weren't doing Eddie. I thought we weren't doing Dale. Like
no, we're going to talk. Listen,
oh,
we have a new audience.
I'm just saying. I thought that's what we were doing, something different.
We're starting off with maybe lesser known to people, either a younger audience or people that like comedy but may have overlooked something just because it wasn't in their wheelhouse at a certain time. And obviously we're gonna have to talk about Eddie and listen, I mean, I'd like to discuss Carlin too because there's different stages to Carlin.
Jim had a great point with that before. After Carlin passed, HBO I think showed 14 specials he had.
Yeah, I have the entire
back to back.
I have the entire DVD set of
And
everything.
Right. When they keep going, I'm sorry.
No. I had nothing else. I figured we were eventually going to get to it, but I mean, just to backtrack for 2 seconds, because again, similar to the vein of waiting for the Robin Williams special to come out. Again, maybe some older comedians that some of the younger generation might not have ever thought of, but does anybody remember Billy Crystal's 700 Summers?
Yeah,
That was good. Yeah.
Again, just I'm trying to bring up certain specials that stood out that either I was looking forward to or happened to have come across and was just blown away. Like the Whoopi Goldberg special was one for me that like came across and I'm like, let me check this out. I've never seen her comedy. And then I got a performance. Not so much with Robin Williams. Like I knew the movies, but I never knew the comedian. And then it was also with Billy Crystal. I knew him from the movies, and then all of a sudden he's putting on like a Broadway performance, like a one-man show. Okay, I've been interested in stuff like that, so let me see what that was going to be all about. And I was really, really happy with that special. Him growing up in Brooklyn. Yes?
Queens, I thought.
Queens? Same thing, right?
Yeah.
So, no, but again,
I could be wrong, but I think
I know I am. But again, so for him to tell about his childhood and upbringing and coming through that, and again, a one-man play where he brings you through life events with him and his family and stuff like that, just growing up, is again funny across the board throughout. But again, a great storytelling that as a performance to be a comedian was really cool for me. I remember watching that night. Again, haven't seen it out there in God knows how long. I don't know if it's out there on HBO Max. Others should, but I'm pretty sure it was an HBO special.
Yeah.
And
I think it was.
Again, something that I was like, I need to seek this out and check it out, and was very, very pleased when I did.
So what's your favorite Carlin then?
Not Your Old Disease, or maybe it is Your Old Diseased.
That's mine.
It's not his last one.
No, his
No, yeah.
Last one was like
Life is Worth Losing is his last one.
Yes.
Last one, I think.
Yeah, You Are All Diseased ended up being probably the better one for me because I got a little bit more I'm angry and don't give a fuck Carlin versus goofy, rat shit, batshit, dirty old twat.
Right. So
if we're allowed to say that.
You Are All Diseased is like the turn, right? In a way. Where you had a guy who was a legitimate wordsmith, and then he turned his words into just a little more vitriolic to snap everybody's attention forward, to fucking tell them something, to make them listen to something and think about something. And You Are All Diseased. And while a lot of the topics in retrospect don't hold up, I think he's a guy that would fucking admit that he was wrong. Like airport security and germs. The germs bit
Yeah, that doesn't hit too
Does
well
not.
now.
Well,
Does not hold up now. But here's a guy that
Because we swam in raw sewage.
would
We
continually
home our systems.
adapt.
Yeah.
And he's just I think You Are All Diseased is that turn, and that's why it's my favorite. It's fucking brutally brilliant. And he's just such a great writer, and to be able to write like that and remember, because every word builds upon each other,
right.
every word means something. I love that more than anything, and fuck, he was the best at it. So yeah, You Are All Disease is definitely a great one. Was there anything else? Was there anyone else?
That's what it's the last one was. It's bad for you.
Is the last? No, I thought the last one was Life Is Worth Losing.
The 2005 was Life Is Worth Losing, and then It's Bad for You was 2008.
Oh wow!
And that was the one where it was like, oof, we're gonna have to make that tribute soon.
Yeah, was it? Yeah,
he just you physically saw he was reaching his age, but he was
Yeah.
still able to pull out some good shot. But again, it's
still angry.
like you said, still angry. He definitely turned into angry old man in that one.
Yeah.
But past that, again, just a decade-spanning career of doing stand-up, and changed. You know, you still got him, but what he was definitely evolved over those years, and you still got an entertaining show across the board, and made you think.
Kev, did you have any others?
List there several ones were holding back. Only other was Patrice, Elephant in the Room.
Yeah,
That would have
I had
been
that on
number
there.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had that on there. It's brilliant. We talked about it
we
a
have talked
lot.
about it in the past.
Yeah, but it's brilliant. It really is. God damn it, it's a shame, because that you hate to see a brilliant mind gone too soon. I wanted to talk. Speaking of that, and you guys may have a differing opinion, but Bill Hicks's Revelations to me is probably my most influential special.
I mean, it's Dennis Leary's.
Well, I mean, you could substitute it for No Cure for Cancer, sure, except for Revelations came first. So, and you know what? I mean, No Cure for Cancer, I would throw in there as an album that like we listened to over and over and over again. But it's not Bill Hicks. And again, I love Larry. I liked Lock and Loaded. I'll never not watch that scene in Who's the Man where he just loses his shit. He's amazing, but a lot of that stuff Bill Hicks did. It is. Yeah, Revelations is amazing. And that is and it's a shame that it was the last thing he recorded, I believe. Before he passed away. I think he was 32.
Yeah.
I think he was like maybe 32 when he died of cancer.
That sounds right, but
yeah.
it doesn't at the same time. But that sounds right.
Yeah, and there's a guy that like you just felt like, even though he was definitely insane, it was the type of insane where you felt like he had a lot of shit figured out, and his questioning of everything, and the devil's advocate shit that he would do to prove himself right, and he would be, is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, even the old bits that he used to do with the flag burning, brilliant bit. The guy just did not give a shit, saw it one way, and you were gonna hear it. And the Revelations special is fucking amazing. It's shot over in London, I think, and it's so good. It really is.
Sorry,
I don't know if anybody else has seen it.
I'm sorry, I had to go on Google just to double check. You're 100% right. He lived to the age of 32.
Okay.
But then just underneath that for Google, people also ask, where is Bill Hicks today?
That's fucked up.
I didn't want to click it either. I was just like,
That's fucked up.
and then followed by.
You can call it retirement, I guess.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Okay, also, where did Bill Hicks die is another question. And what age did Bill Hicks die? And then, is this real or just a ride?
I mean, that's what he says over and over again at the end of Revelations. You know, you got to remember: is this all real or is it just a ride? Do you need to, are you, what things should you be paying attention to? Like, are you just focused on going forward instead of looking around you? There's a guy that did a lot of hallucinogenics.
Smidge.
And love to drink, but god damn it would have fucking the way his mind worked to me was amazingly interesting. So I don't know, Carla, are you a Bill Hicks fan at all? You were. It doesn't seem like your thing.
I mean, I recognize his comedic genius, but it's not my thing. Like, I don't do the Dennis Leary thing either.
Yeah,
I get it. You're an angry work dude. Like,
Fair enough.
I like the Leary thing. But, I was actually trying to look and see him. I feel like I remember Greg Giraldo having a special.
I think he's right. I think you're right. Half hour, I think it was it?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Had half
and
hour.
I
Yes.
don't. Yeah, and I don't remember if it was, but I remember loving it, and just generally, he was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people think about him that way. I think when people think about Greg Giraldo, they think about him on the roasts. But am I wrong? Like most people don't think
you're right.
Tough crowd.
Most people think right, or tough crowd.
The Leary moment. That's pretty much the two things that will come up when you,
yeah,
which was, oof.
Yeah.
But he was a hilarious comedian. He was brilliant. Also, I mean, God, this is getting to be really depressing. Also taken too soon. So
I've always said, if
worst.
with today's world with podcasts and shit, if Patrice and Greg were fucking around, oh man, I would listen to that shit every fucking day.
Black Phillip with him ran for how long? How many episodes? I don't remember, but I do remember it wasn't many, and they were fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You're so right. There's another brilliant guy. It just sucks. God damn it. You're right. This is depressing.
So sad.
Right, so let's go a little more upbeat. Dane Cook. What do you think?
I think there's a place for Dane Cook.
Bye, Kev. I mean,
there's a place for him.
I mean, before Dane Cook, who was really selling out arenas? I mean, obviously we get to
his brother.
Reference. That's fucked up. That's not. Don't make me feel bad for him. No, that's oof. That's a rough story.
This is a shitty story.
Yeah,
I do feel bad for him.
Oh, completely.
Listen, say what you will. Anybody can say what they will about Dane Cook. He was massively huge.
Mm-hmm.
He was beloved. He was brilliant with social media right off the bat.
Yep.
Right, and utilized it, and that's amazing. He had a great energy on stage. And listen, people could say whatever they want about his jokes. Of course, there's that whole Louis episode,
which is fantastic,
with the stealing of some things. Or the bottom line is he was massively successful, and that's why a lot of people hate him. And I think I agree that Vicious Circle Jim gets shit on way more than it probably should. But
when you're walking to the center of fucking, what was it, Madison Square Garden?
Mm-hmm.
When you're walking to the center of the fucking garden with, your logo just on that 20 by 20 foot circle stage, and you work that with nothing but a stool for tens of thousands of people, how do you not recognize that as one of the biggest accomplishments for any comedian?
Yeah, there's few that could do it. Dice, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart,
yeah.
But again, before Dane Cook, and again, social media, I mean, it definitely hit me because that hit right at the same time for me, like my first 2 years of college. Mm-hmm. That's like that was Dane Cook's heyday as a stand-up comedian.
Carla, who do you like more on a personal level, Dane Cook or Kevin Hart?
Probably Dane Cook.
Yeah.
I always knew him to be just like a really kind of down-to-earth guy. the entire time that I knew him. He was very sweet.
I could see that. I mean, he got a raw deal. He really did. So,
I don't feel bad for him. He still has money. He still.
Oh, he did. Don't definitely listen. That's
supermodel. Don't cry for him. You'll be all right.
I got excited when he popped up in the movie Waiting. I was like, this is awesome.
Underrated flick.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I before we go
the
into
romantic movies.
Yeah,
he's all right.
Red Fox's You Gotta Wash Your Ass.
Motherfucker. God damn. All right.
Well, look, like again, I started thinking like what albums, you know, influenced me like growing up, like what did I listen to? And of course it was going to be something like that growing up because it was like, oh, Red Fox is brutally hysterical.
Yes.
Did not give a shit. And that comes, I mean, just whatever he wanted to say. And that comes, it oozes out over that album. Biting commentary too for being as vulgar as it is. I don't
that's
know.
why it works.
Right.
Yeah.
That is why it works. You're 100% right. Carly, have you listened to
Haven't.
no?
Sorry. I'll put it on my to-do list.
That
Jim?
literally. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jim, you got to wash your ass? No?
Thanks, I'll keep it in mind.
Like Red Fox, Pryor, obviously, and Bill Cosby, those were Saturday morning staples at my grandfather's house.
Yeah.
My uncles would break out the albums. We sit there, and I'm like 4, 5. I vividly remember these moments, and that shit blew my mind before I even had a chance to fucking bang. But yeah, Red Fox, that was a good pull. I wasn't expecting to hear his name tonight.
I just, I was just thinking of, and as, like probably around 10 or 11 is when I stumbled upon that album. And fuck, I used to listen to it all the time. All the time. All right, we might as well get into the biggies. Right? So which one do you want to do first?
I think you want to save I think it was Eddie for last, it seems like. So
you went so much. I
what?
think we talked about those two specials a lot. We have like the Delirious versus Raw debate a lot.
Well,
like,
I mean,
talking about what
it's
Delirious.
About what
influenced
by
more?
By far. It's I always look at Raw as being incredibly funny for its time. I think Delirious held up further than it did, but I don't think Delirious still holds up in that aspect. I like Eddie Murphy's performance is electric. It's what made him a star. This was the, like we mentioned before, Chris Rock being Pain, that blew him up to a level Chris Rock probably wasn't expecting. This made Eddie Murphy the biggest star at that point in time, period. No one was bigger than that for those years. I watched Delirious recently. I used to watch it maybe once every year for most of the 2000s and everything. But I watched it recently, and I would say besides the stuff people will immediately go to the homophobic joke stuff like that, it's that a lot of it is pop culture references that I don't think today's audience is going to have any fucking clue. So for us, it still works on some levels. As you're watching today for the first time, you have no idea of anything. I think you're going to be sitting there stone-faced for a little bit.
It's fair. That is true.
It becomes one of these conversations where it's like 5 years ago, if you asked who's the greatest basketball player of all time, I would say Jordan easily. But realistically, I think you got to say Kobe probably equaled, if not surpassed, LeBron definitely. As an older person, I'm going to, oh no, Jordan's greatest. No contest whatsoever. But different era. We're in a brand new world where I think, one, the content doesn't hold, but also the just actual jokes for Mr. T, I Love Lucy, Honeymooners. Kid today is looking at like, what the fuck? I don't get it. It sounds funny, but for them, could it be funny? I don't know.
Hashtag not my Space Jam.
Great movie. I'm still mad I watched that.
All around, it was bad. Wow. Yeah. I mean,
heard he says King Kong ain't got nothing on me in that movie, and King Kong is in the bleachers.
Yep.
It did happen.
What the fuck is going on?
It did
It's
happen,
a
Jim.
kids movie with the gang from A Clockwork Orange.
All right.
Fucking, they're hanging out with Pennywise. I wish I was making shit up. I'm being completely 100% serious too.
That's so fucked up.
And you're like, this is just bizarre. It was an advertisement for Warner Brothers, which
Cool.
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, just run, back-to-back Animaniacs episodes. I'm fine with that.
Fine.
It's good. Am I wrong?
No.
But as Carla mentioned, we do talk about Delicious vs. Raw a lot. What's the best prior, in your opinion? Anyone can answer this.
Live in concert.
Yeah, I would say.
Probably.
If not Sunset,
Close.
Wait,
It's the most
Close.
It's
But live in concert, live in concert, I feel like is the seminal one. Like, obviously.
yes, that was the first theatrical stand-up special, I believe.
I believe that's right.
And unfortunately, like watching it now, like you get the first title card was like Patti LaBelle opened up for him, but because of time, permitting whatever, they couldn't use it, which obviously rights. But
yeah,
I would love to see the fucking full footage of that night.
Fuck
That
yeah.
that shit hurts. But I think it also comes a little bit more where his material, you definitely had to know what was going on in his life at that point in time. There's a lot of jokes pretty much like, yeah, he shot a car, which is funny to hear, but like for someone watching today, I don't know if there's that connection.
I don't know that it is either.
I think the story behind Sunset Strip is more compelling for me. But maybe live in concert is probably the better overall product. I don't know.
I think that's probably right. It is the better overall product. It's just the one that sticks out. It's so funny though. I mean, both of them are very brilliant. But like live in concert, dude, like and you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it is the luster behind the story. But I don't know. I would still say live in concert. Carla, what do you think?
I was just gonna say that Richard Pryor might have been. I always see it's Bill Cosby, but I think maybe Richard Pryor might have been the first, like, my first real experience with like a superstar, like a rock star comedian performing. Yeah. Like being that, because I don't think at the time I equated, like it's such a different demeanor that they have when they're performing. I don't think I actually equated the Bill Cosby performance as being like a superstar rock star. It's just like his delivery is so different and so calm that I didn't see. I probably at the time didn't see it as even being the same thing.
Fair. That's definitely fair.
I'm looking at looking at all the different at his specials, and I'm like, oh yeah, that one, and oh yeah, that one, and oh yeah, that one, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's some heavy fucking hitters in that. He just was so like unabashed and completely honest. And I feel like there was honesty before that, but it was, I mean, like Red Fox was honest, but
I mean, Prowse on stage talking about sucking a guy's dick. I mean, you can't get more.
No, you don't get much more honest than that.
Yeah,
it's what he was being honest about.
Right.
It wasn't outside. It wasn't being about observing what's going on the outside. He's being honest about everything that's going on with him.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's just exposing everything.
Right.
Then you take it to the next level with Louis C.K. about sucking a bag of dicks. And you set the level even higher. You're down here, and then you take it right there.
Here's the bag of dicks.
Here's the
I feel like
dicks.
right underneath is maybe like a pile of unclipped cock.
Gotcha. I see. Has anybody actually gone to a large format, like comedy special, like sold out arena comedy show? Aside from a festival or anything along those lines, does anybody actually
Yeah, the festival will be it.
gone to see? Because
I remember going to the Virus tour.
I saw Dane Cook at MSG.
you did. Damn. All right.
Okay.
I mean, I got that top sold out Mohegan Sun. Unbelievable experience.
I think it was Jones
You're not going to be
Beach.
happy with who I'm about to say. You're not going to be happy with who I'm about to say.
What do you got?
Jeff Dunham. I saw a man with his hand up puppets' asses, and with thousands of people at Mohegan Sun.
That's hilarious that you say that because you know that.
But it was funny.
The only time I've ever paid to watch comedy, it was to see Jeff Dunham.
Nice. Where?
In Texas somewhere. I was like on vacation. We didn't have anything to do. I think we might have been like maybe San Antonio or something.
Did he have?
And we didn't have anything to do. And we were like, oh, let's go to this comedy club, and it was Jeff Dunham. That's the only time I've ever.
Comedy, but it was just a club. It wasn't like an arena in Texas.
No, I just think it's funny. It's the only time I've ever paid to see a comic. It was Jeff Dunham.
He got my money. And I saw Guitar Guy and Ahmed.
Just once, I would like one of those puppets to turn toward him and go, "You're a fucking racist."
I hope it's the jalapeno on a stick.
I don't care how they say you are racist or whatever it is.
I do love that jalapeno on a stick, though.
Spicy.
I'm a fan.
What's the jalapeno's name?
Jalapeno on a
Jose.
no.
God, of course.
And it was just again, it's amazing where people will go because he doesn't have a lot of fresh material.
No.
But no, and by the end of the special, I mean by the end of the show, it showed because he never did the character Bubba J in a really long time, and he actually brought out a fucking piece of paper to do the jokes. In one hand he had the fucking puppet, in the other hand he had the piece of paper, and started doing the jokes. But the problem is the entire arena is saying the punchlines for him. He'd say, tell me about the first time you saw your wife, and everyone in the arena goes, "There she was," and he's just like, "This is like some weird ass version of church."
Right, because it's but you know what? Fucking good on him. Like I'm not gonna knock you. It's not my style of comedy, clearly. But like, I mean, good on him to create that Rocky Horror Picture vibe within a show and feed off and all. I mean, dude, the guy, say what you will, the guy's made fucking millions off of fucking jalapeno. And what's the old man's name?
Walter.
Walter, sure. I'm sorry. My apologies, Jim.
I shouldn't know this.
I meant no disrespect.
I shouldn't know it. I do.
Holy shit.
Jim definitely knows. What's the name of the monkey looking one?
What?
I said, what's the name of the one that looks like a purple monkey?
Oh, Peanut.
God damn it. God damn it.
I kind of want to buy a jalapeno on a stick. Out there for sale.
Oh, you definitely
I
could
feel
get
like I
one.
should own one.
I'm sure they were selling them right outside the fucking door.
Listen, again, I'll give Jeff Dunham his credit. It's not for me.
At the time, I wasn't thinking I needed one. But now I feel like I need one.
You know what you need? Better internet service. That's amazing, by the way.
Are you still frozen?
Is that a stroke? There it is.
The next time she freezes, we all have to do the same face.
She's so mad right now. Yeah, listen, Jeff Dunham is not my thing. It never has been. As far as like, I mean, Otto and George, that was my speed. Sorry. I just
would have loved to see him.
loved Otto and George. Maybe you really just have to be dead in order for me to really review you. Like, it's terrible. I was just looking at my list, and
Get
most
on it,
of them.
Jeff.
Wow.
Well, it's also because these are probably people from your childhood, and you're now old.
Fuck you.
Well, that's what it is, right? It's just time.
That's
It's
fair.
just time.
Carla, are you old?
That picture is a few seconds old.
That's fair enough. We've devolved. All right. As we put it through, you know what? I'm glad we actually did this, and she's out, and she's back, and there she is.
Hey, y'all.
What up, love?
Hey, you.
It's
I don't even know
beautiful.
what's going on. My internet hates you guys.
Apparently.
It's okay.
Listen, I just wanted to say, subscribe to the governor's YouTube page, please. If you're watching this on any other forum, subscribe to the governor's YouTube page.
Please, God, subscribe to the fucking page, please.
Subscribe to the
fucking page.
And all the shows on the page. Check them out. There's some good shows on Governor's Comedy Club Radio. Thank them. I want to say that tomorrow night, Carla will be hosting for Ari Shafir. At Governor's in Levittown. Are tickets still available?
I believe they are. I think there are two shows.
Probably going quick. Ari's fucking hysterical. Carla's great. We will be we'll be live in studio next week.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Provided one of us doesn't die, and then there's a funeral or whatever else.
Well, that shows up later. So,
I'm just putting it out there because with the amount of stress that I'm feeling at this point,
You think you're gonna die?
I might.
Look, I mean, it's a great excuse not to be there.
Is it though?
I
Go
feel like
on
you're
without
not
me,
gonna die. I feel like you're just saying that so you don't have to drive all the way to Nassau County.
Well, there's that too. Anyway, we'll be live in studio next week. Chris will be back with us. It's the Kev Go Away show. So please come don't come hang out, but go to the fucking page, watch the show. I'm goddamn exhausted, but I'm gonna drink more, and we'll have the post-show powwow that we throw on SoundCloud every once in a while.
And I think we're probably going to be talking. I mean, if we're going to catch anything, well, I guess we'll be talking about Snake Eyes, the new G.I. Joe movie, and M. Night Shyamalan has a new movie out called Old, which gives away a bunch. Just this trailer.
Ted Lasso.
For the Shyamalan twist.
And Ted Lasso is out.
Ted Lasso. I did watch the first episode.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So we got stuff to talk about. Plus, we'll be celebrating next week. Check us out Friday night.
Yeah. See you.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching Films on Tap. We'll be back live every Friday night from 9 to 10:30 and catch all of our previous shows on demand right here on govsradio.com. You can also tune in next time using the Boxcast app to watch us on your phone, tablet, or TV streaming device as well. Check out our featured band Playing Dead on Facebook and Spotify for more of their music, and be sure to subscribe to Films on Tap with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for any upcoming events, comedy shows, movie reviews, and additional content. And again, thanks for watching. Cheers.